Call of Duty Black Ops 6 just got its first official blog post, and it is absolutely massive. So for this video, let's go ahead and talk about what we now know about Liberty Falls and Terminus, and for the other stuff, we'll go ahead and talk about in other videos. Alright, so first off, as far as Liberty Falls is concerned, Treyarch says that we can expect a moodier visual tone to the map, as well as a gorier set dressing, and new environmental audio to help kind of bring the whole vibe together. On top of this, there are additional atmospheric elements that are evidently tied to the Easter egg. Basically, what this means is that somewhere along the way, while we are completing an Easter egg, it's probably going to change the skybox or the whole map or something like that. And then of course the final section here tells us that we will have a new Kevin Sherwood song Easter egg. Now, as far as the Liberty Falls map itself, they want to remind us that this takes place at the exact same time as Terminus does. They then describe this as a once idyllic town basically turned into a nightmare. Most residents, they say, have left, but some have stayed, which this sounds exactly like side Easter egg material to me. It says that by the time we arrive, the city's basically already been overrun and everybody thinks the battle's already lost. Alright, now next we get some location overviews starting with the Pump and Pay. This is going to be the gas station that we're going to spawn in on top of at the beginning of the match. This is also where the Rampage Inducer will be located, on top of the roof. Now next we see the Rest Easy Motor Lodge. They say that this is going to be one of the first areas that we investigate, and that it seems to be some sort of epicenter to the outbreak in this town. Now next we have Ollie's Comics. This is a comic store located in the southern part of the town. This comic book shop also has a statue of a superhero called Aetherella that basically doubles as a laser trap. Alright, and then next we have Fuller's Lanes. This is an old-fashioned bowling alley comprised of a snack bar and an arcade. It says that the lanes are basically wide enough for you to train zombies around, but it says that looks can be deceiving. Basically what this makes me think is that the bowling alley might change at some point. Alright, now next up we have Savings and Loan. This is the town's bank. Now this bank does hold a massive vault that you can open up periodically throughout your game. However, next we have the Holly's Fall Church. This neo-Gothic house of worship is placed on the highest section of the town. Inside, however, is a dark aether anomaly that's basically taken up the entire interior. Now this is also where you're going to find the pack-a-punch machine for this map. Alright, now next we have the Alamo. This is the rooftop of the bank and evidently the last place the surviving members of Project Janus were at. Also, according to the blog post, this is where we're going to find everything that we need. Alright, now that's all in Liberty Falls. Let's go ahead and get over to Terminus Island. So according to the blog post, there are multiple different areas of the map, such as a World War II resupply depot, a shuttered CIA black site. We then get an overview of the cells and guard station, which this seems to be the area that you start in, and then also the area that Peck and Weaver are going to be holed up in the entire match. Next, we see the security overlook and the control center. This is described as a 2-level control center that also has a well-stocked armory inside. Next, we see the living quarters, storage, and mess hall. This is a large storage area leading down to an unloading ramp into the prison wreck yard. On the other side is a structure built in 1942 when the Navy had a resupply built on this island. Nearby is an engineering room stocked with electronics and what they describe as tables that we can tinker on. Pretty interesting way to describe that. Alright, now next up is the Sea Tower. This is an anti-aircraft installation sitting on top of an octagonal tower, inside of which is the DAR, or Dark Aether Reactor, which I assume is this map's power. Alright, now next is the battery platform. This is another massive World War II era anti-aircraft cannon. However, this one has been modified into a massive Dark Aether cannon. Alright, now next up we have the sea caves and the mining tunnels. These are located in the lower section of the map and contain a pair of tunnels. One of them is naturally formed, and the other one was made by humans around the 19th century when everybody was mining for coal. Alright, now next up we have the Biolab. This massive laboratory is located underneath the entire island. This is essentially a multi-story large-scale research facility with a bunch of experimentation tubes in the center. Next up we have the inclined lift and mag elevator. This is a lift that will take us up to the top level behind the living quarters. On the other side is a maglev elevator. I assume this is the main way in or out. Alright, now next we have the shipwreck. This is a massive rusted ship cracked right down the middle, located near one of the beaches. Then we have the outer islands. These are located to the northwest of the main islands and contain some odd pillar-like carvings. Due east is Castle Rock Island, named for the large stone structure located on this island. Then we have the largest of the 3 outcrops, this being Crab Island. This, it says, is where Project Janus dumps the failed experiments and stuff like that, and I assume this is where our boss fight will be. Then of course, finally, don't forget about the sea monster that is going to be lurking around in the water the entire time and basically just making sure that you don't stay too long out there. Alright, now finally is the HUD. So during COD Next event, people really were not happy with the HUD that they were showing, which this can be changed. However, Treyarch is going to step ahead and change the default HUD to look a little better. This includes the additions of things like character portraits, general alignment and color adjustments, perk icons have been moved closer, zombie-specific widgets have been changed for in-game actions, in-game Gobblegum reward animations have been added, whatever that is, and then they've added visibility sliders for us to change the things that we don't want to see. Alright, now that is going to be it on this video. For the rest of this entire blog post, I will be covering it in other videos, so please make sure to follow me so that you don't miss those. Otherwise, hit the like on the video if this one helped you out, and I will see you guys around.